My husband, 30M, almost made me, 27F, fall down the stairs during an argument. I'm pregnant. Together for 7 years. Married for 2. I am 28 weeks pregnant. My husband is not a violent person and he has never acted this way before, but our relationship has dramatically changed ever since we found out we are expecting a baby. My husband is very career-oriented, so he didn't want a child until he was happy with where he is with his job. I agreed. And then boom. I'm pregnant. We argue almost every day and a lot of our arguments are over small and petty issues. It's exhausting. Earlier today, I asked him if he wanted to come look at baby stuff with me tomorrow for the nursery. Somehow this irritated him. He said to me, "Do you really think I want to spend my only day off looking at bassinets?" I told him that he can just respectfully say no instead of being rude. We went back and forth for a little bit before I blatantly asked him if he even wants the baby. Because it doesn't seem like it. Well, that ended up being a big fight. There was a lot of yelling involved. At one point, I'm standing on the top step of the staircase and he purposely barges me as he walks downstairs. I lost my balance but luckily only fell down one step because I managed to grab hold of the railing. He looks back at me but doesn't say anything. He just leaves the house and doesn't come back for an hour. I was and still am shocked that he would do that. When he comes back, he doesn't apologize and he is currently pretending like nothing happened. I know he was just frustrated and his intention wasn't to hurt me, but would it be a bad idea to ask him for an apology, even at the risk of him getting mad again? Or would it be better to just let it go? Pregnant women are at increased risk of domestic violence. It's one of the leading causes of medical issues in pregnant women. It's shocking as you'd assume the opposite to be true. Your partner has the potential to be at best careless and at worst violent. In my view, that may not improve with a baby crying at all hours, as babies do. If there is even a hint or a sliver of this behavior again, leave. And don't give him responsibility for looking after the baby if you feel even slightly unsure. I'm sorry I must appear dramatic, but so many domestic incidents occur because women don't understand the warning signs. Heeding red flags can keep you safe. All the best op. https www.laurashouse.org/l18/red flags/warning-signs. Edit. Because, sounds like victim blaming. Poor choice of words by me. I hope my intended meaning makes sense. Pregnancy is a very dangerous time in a woman's life. I believe homicide is the #1 cause of death in pregnant women. Usually by their partners. Not saying that is the case or that you should be afraid of him, but he had a blatant disregard for your or your baby's safety. I know he was just frustrated. Do you know what else is frustrating? Raising a baby. Waking up every couple hours. Sleepless nights. The cleaning up. The crying. Not to mention juggling all this on top of work and life and relationship stress. This is the way this guy handles frustration. By verbally and physically lashing out at you. And he'll do it to your kid too. He sounds like a bitter, hot-headed guy. And people who react emotionally like this don't improve. They get worse with time. So, you fell down the stairs? Yes. Only one. He saw. And still left for an hour. And didn't ask if you were okay. It's very obvious he resents you for having this baby. It's also very obvious he's dangerous. That's not a good combination. I think it's better to leave his ass before he seriously harms you or your baby. It is a terrible idea to ask him to apologize. This man just showed you he didn't care about your well-being or his potential child's. He clearly does not want to raise a child as he can't even be bothered to help plan for it. You may think, this isn't who he is, but it is. He's dangerous. I know he was just frustrated and his intention wasn't to hurt me. You sure? Please ask yourself the question, do I feel safe with him now? Quote, if there is even the tiniest sliver of doubt in your body, you should leave him because you deserve it to feel safe. The things you said he does, like the pushing past you on a stairs making you fall down and the snappy comments, are a form of abuse. It doesn't matter if he apologizes or not because it will happen again. His intentions don't matter as well. The only things that matter here are your safety and that of your baby. You're going through an incredible tough time. I really wish you the best and all the love. As others have said, your number one risk of death while pregnant isn't preeclampsia or hemorrhage. It's your male partner. That's one of the reasons your nurse or midwife asks if you feel safe at home at the beginning of every prenatal visit. You need to be extremely careful. Either he leaves or you leave. Go stay with family or friends. He is a threat, and you are at serious risk. This man knocked you off balance on the stairs and just left? Remember that. When you feel like forgiving him or giving him another chance, he tried to hurt you and then walked out. Fuck him. Make a plan and get hell away from this lunatic. You know what we're all saying. You wouldn't post this unless you knew that this is very, very wrong and you are in a dangerous situation. How about starting with addressing your safety first? Can you stay with family or with a close friend for a while? I know from experience that it is so hard to admit you're dealing with abuse. Even if you just say you two need space and some counseling. At least you're out of immediate danger. Then when you are ready you can talk with a professional and get support on next steps. Did you have a discussion about what to do with the baby after finding out you were pregnant? What did he say? It looks to me that he doesn't want a baby and he resents you for being pregnant. You should leave. He is not going to be a father to this baby. Dump that jerk. I was abused by my husband while I was pregnant. It started out verbally and escalated to physically towards the end. I'm haunted sometimes by the memories of screaming, "Please leave me alone," while crying and trying to get away from him. He caused me to go into labor 3 weeks early from a fight the day before. My advice: you say he's never been violent, but if there is even a sliver of doubt that he might do something like this again or he does, I would make sure you're safe and leave. There's nothing more vulnerable than being pregnant and some men realize this. He doesn't want a kid. He will probably cheat to punish you. He sounds dangerous if he deliberately pushed past you then looked back to check what he'd done without apologizing. It wasn't an accident. True colors are showing. I have a feeling there's been emotionally and verbal abuse in your relationship. This will get worse because he will resent the baby. I would run. And run fast. First priority is to protect your baby. Your husband showed extreme lack of concern for you and your baby. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. You need to leave the house and seek assistance. Run away, please. Please. If he's acting this way before the baby arrives, I beg of you to read up about shaken baby syndrome. A lot of parents lose their temper and have no idea how much harm they can cause a baby by moving them roughly. I wouldn't leave your child alone with him until he learns how to cope with his anger better. My advice is to leave him as soon as possible. He sounds like a narcissistic ass. He may have been hopping. You would lose the baby if you fell down the stairs. He sounds dangerous to me.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.